So this is going to be one of my favorite, also difficult exercises for us to do. And a lot of us have done this in the clinic too. We've done different variations. We're going to go through the shoulder arm bar with thoracolumbar rotation and then focusing on core rolling. So there's a couple different ones here. So if you've been with me in the clinic and you've done the weighted arm bar when we're on our back, this is going to be a progression for this exercise. We are going to work on total stability through the upper body and through the core. So the ability for you to be able to move your body and differentiate from your upper and lower body, mid-back, from low back and hips, as well as the second part of this exercise is the ability for you to maintain that core connection, the stability with the weight overhead while rolling your body over. Okay, so we've got two parts here. So I'm going to divide this up, and based on your plan, you may have one or both of these exercises. We will progress into the more difficult exercises as we go. So first, we're going to go through this. We're going to perform this exercise lying on your back with your opposite foot to whatever side you're working. The side that's going to have the weight is going to be straight, okay? The opposite hand is going to go out to the side. So I'm going to lay down and talk you through this exercise. All right, so we're going to take the weight in our working hand, and I'm going to slide down so that my head is on the mat. Now, my non-working leg is going to stay straight, and it is just going to roll side to side. My non-working hand is going to stay here. I like palm down because that gives you just a little bit more stability. I'm going to put my palm down here, okay, because I can use it to assist my shoulders a little bit as I do this exercise. So the first part of this is going to be getting my back a little neutral. So I'm going to arch my back so you can see, and then I'm going to push my back into neutral just a little bit towards the floor. Rib cage is nice and stacked. Pelvis over, or rib cage over pelvis. Good diaphragm connection. So deep breath in, loosen up everything. When I go to breathe out, I'm going to get my ribs locked down, get the connection all the way through my core into my back. All right, rib cage stacked over pelvis. When I'm ready, I'm going to push that weight up overhead. Okay. The first part of this exercise is the ability for you to stabilize this shoulder that's working. So I'm locking that in. Now I'm going to push towards the ceiling, and then I'm going to use my core to roll me to the side. The leg is just going to drop over here. This arm is going straight up. I am pushing up and lengthening. You see my arm shaking just a little bit. Now I'm going to stabilize, so get that good core connection again, and allow my core to help me roll back to the ground. Okay, see, that was seamless. I didn't just flop back to the ground. All right, so we're going to do that again. I'm going to put my palm down. Deep breath in. Lock it down. I'm pushing my foot through the floor, pressing my hand up. Eyes are following the weight towards the ceiling. Then get a good breath out as I come back down. Now, if you were to come over here and touch my core right now, you would see how locked in my core is for this exercise. And you can probably tell that I'm not just, letting everything kind of go, because that extension in the back is not what we want here. We want everything to be nice and stacked. And nice and tight. That's why we call it the stack, the core brace, so that you can actually support yourself. Now, the second part of this exercise is a little bit more difficult. If we cannot perform that part of the exercise, then we do not need to move on to the next step of the exercise, okay? All right, if you guys have any questions or anything about this exercise, please let me know. Again, we're going to progress through phase 1 of this exercise first. Then if I've prescribed it to you, we're going to progress through phase 2. Questions or anything, you guys let me know.